We're going to show you how to build your very own Connect flow and UI using thirdweb's Connect SDK. So if you're someone who wants to create a unique Connect flow for your users, or maybe you want to be able to have a bit more control over the design of how users are connected to your application, and you don't want to use our pre-built UI components like the ConnectButton or the ConnectEmbed, we'll show you and introduce you to how you can create your very own Connect flow and component with the Connect SDK. So an overview of what we're going to be doing in this video, we're first going to show you an example of the different things that you can build with the Connect SDK. This is things from, being able to connect a specific wallet to using the different types of authentication flows with in-app wallets. We'll then jump into the code and actually show you how to implement this and how to add it and how to build, again, your own Connect flow so you can customize everything to your liking. We provide you with all the low-end tools that you need to get this done. So before we get started, let's first take a look at a demo of those different examples. So here on my computer is a few examples of what we're going to be building in this tutorial and what we're going to be going over. So like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you're someone who wants to build your own onboarding experience and you don't want to use our UI component like our ConnectButton or our ConnectEmbed, and you want to build and design your own onboarding flow, we provide you with all those tools to do so. So here you can see we have some different things that we're going to cover, from things like single wallet. So this is how you can, if you want to create buttons for a user to connect a MetaMask wallet, a Coinbase wallet, and give them a list of options to connect from, we can create our very own UI components and connect that specified wallet that the user chooses. We also give you all the abilities to use in-app wallets. So if you want to create your own login with social UI components, you can do that. We support Google, Facebook, and Apple ID right out of the bag. If you want to create your own login flow with email, you can do that as well. You can send a one-time password to the user. They can verify and they can log in. You can do the same with Passkey if they want to use like their fingerprint or face. And maybe you just want to be able to build and customize your very own unique Connect button, and maybe you want to prompt the Connect modal differently. You can actually customize and create your own button and just toggle the modal when it is clicked. You can create your own experience and everything, again, using all of these tools that we're going to go over. Again, all of this is available within our ConnectButton UI component and our ConnectEmbed UI component. If you want to check out those videos, we'll link those down in the description below. You can just add those in with just a few lines of code and you can implement all of these functionalities here that we just covered. But if you, again, want to build something custom and you want to build it from the ground up, we'll be covering all of these options here in the video. So let's get started here. Now, what I have opened up in my code editor here is our Web3 developer course repo. We'll link this down in the description below, but if you have been following along with this course playlist, this is the repo that we used. You can see all the code and everything that we're going through. We have a few branches, the main branch that has everything completed that you can go and check out if you just want to see the code snippets, or you can clone the branch that I cloned right over here, which is going to be a branch with everything removed. And what we're going to do is walk through and you can follow along on how we implement everything that we're going to be going through. So again, links down in the description below if you want to check out those repos, and you can follow along with everything that I'm doing in this video. But in this video here, we're going to be in the custom login flow folder here, in the app folder and the sources folder, and we'll be in that page.tsx file. So in here, what this is going to give you is basically a header here, which just has the title. We have our flows that we're going to go over, which is the single wallet, the social login, email, passkey, and connect modal options. And we have all those components here that we're going to follow along with. You can see we don't have anything added. We're going to be doing that within this tutorial and adding in, and you can follow along with it. So what you should see if you run this locally here is the different things that we're going to cover, but we shouldn't have any buttons or anything under them. But we're going to be building that out throughout this video here. So coming back, we're going to start off with the first one, which is the single wallet flow. Now in the single wallet flow, this is going to be if someone wants to connect a Web3 wallet to your application. So with this, we can connect things like MetaMask, Coinbase wallets. We can connect all these different types of wallets that, maybe someone who is native to Web3 wants to connect with. So in here under my single wallet, under this title here, I'm going to create a button. And this button, we're going to call it MetaMask here. This is going to be our button that we can connect with a MetaMask wallet. Now I'm just going to add a quick class here. This is just using Tailwind CSS here. So we're just going to give it the color blue, text white, and give it some padding and everything here, and some rounded corners. When I click this button, I want to be able to connect a user to a MetaMask wallet that they have installed. So on click here, what we can do is we can create a function that is going to connect a user to that MetaMask wallet. Now up here, you can see in this comments, we need to get to that connect function, and we can actually do this with a hook from the SDK here. So we're going to call this function connect, and we're going to use the use connect hook here. And this is going to give us all the functionality that we need to connect a wallet to our application. So in here, we're going to say connect. We're going to use that connect function, and we're going to say async. What we're going to do here is create the wallet that we want to connect and then connect it to our application. So we first need to create the wallet. So I'm going to create a wallet variable here, and we're going to define the wallet that we want to connect to our application. Now, in this case, I named this button MetaMask. So when I click it, it should connect a MetaMask wallet. So what we can do here is use the create wallet. And I'm going to make sure that I say, hey, we're going to connect a MetaMask wallet. So with the thirdweb SDK, we support over 200 Web3 wallets. You can scroll through them here, but you're going to use the URL for MetaMask. So we're going to say io.metamask here. That's going to say, hey, we want to connect a MetaMask wallet. Once we say and define the wallet that we want to connect, we are going to await our wallet. And again, we are going to connect that to our application. Now with this, we need to provide it our client here, which if you've been following along in these tutorials, the client is going to be from our client.ts file. So in here, we have our client.ts file where we created our thirdweb client. We'll link a video down in the description below if you want to learn more about how to get everything set up. Just know for in this video, that is where we are getting the client from. And once we have connected our wallet, we're just going to return our wallet here, and that should connect a MetaMask wallet to our application. So if I take a look back at my demo project here, you should see a MetaMask button here. Now you could, put your own logo or whatever you wanted to do for a user to, know that this is going to connect to a MetaMask wallet. I just used text here for an example. But when I click on that, you can see here, my MetaMask pops up. I need to sign in here first. There we go. So I signed into my MetaMask wallet, and you can see once I click it, nothing's really happening here because we haven't really told our application to show that a wallet is connected or not. But if I look at my MetaMask wallet here, I should be connected, and it is connected. You can see here to my localhost 3000. So what happens once a user actually does connect their wallet to our application here? So coming back here, what we're going to do is under this here, we can check if there is an active account or wallet. Now, what is the difference between an account and a wallet in thirdweb? So a wallet is going to be the type of wallet that you have connected. In this case, or in this example, I have a MetaMask wallet that is connected to this Web3 application. An account is the actual wallet address or the account within the wallet. So if you're familiar with Web3 wallets, you can have a wallet like a MetaMask wallet or a Coinbase wallet or a Rainbow wallet. And within that wallet, you can have multiple accounts or wallet addresses. And that's how we differentiate what a wallet and an account is. So if we want to double check and see, hey, is there an actual wallet that is connected to our application here, we can create a variable called an account, and we can use the use active account hook here from thirdweb, and that would let us know if there is an account that is connected to the application that we have. And over here, we can check and say, hey, if there is an account, we should show a disconnect button for a user to disconnect. But if there isn't an account, then we should show this connect button here. So if I put this in here, right, and say, okay, if we don't have an account, then we should show the connect button of our MetaMask. And if we do, we should show a disconnect button, which we'll build in a bit. But if we take a look back at our app now we don't see the button because we have already connected our MetaMask wallet. If I refresh the page here real quick, you can see MetaMask pops up here. If I click on it, my wallet is connected and therefore it doesn't need to show me the button to connect anymore. But what it should show me is a button to disconnect. And similar to how we created this connect button with MetaMask and we got the connect function here using the use connect hook, we're going to do the same with disconnect. So we're going to get disconnect here and we're going to use the use disconnect hook here. And this is going to give us a function to disconnect our wallet. So in the case where we do have an account, which means we do have a wallet that is connected to our application, we're going to add a disconnect button, which is going to be a red button here that we can, click to disconnect our connected wallet. So if we come back to our app, I should see a red disconnect button now. Now I didn't add any functionality to this button here. As you can see, if I click on it, it doesn't do anything. But what we need to be able to do now is disconnect the connected wallet that is connected to our application. Now disconnect, if we look here, is going to take a wallet that we need to disconnect. So not an account, but a wallet. And we can use the use active wallet hook here, as you can see in this example, to define the wallet that we need to disconnect. So over here, we're going to say connected wallet is going to use the use active wallet hook here. And in our disconnect button, we'll say on click, we are going to disconnect and we're going to disconnect from our connected wallet. And we're going to get an error saying that it is possibly undefined. So we're going to make sure that if there is an account and a connected wallet, then we should show the disconnect wallet here. So there you go. Again, we're seeing if a user is connected to our application, then we should show a disconnect button. If there is no wallet connected, then we should show the connect with MetaMask button. And this goes for any Web3 wallet that you want to connect to your application. Again, you define the wallet here. In this case, we're defining that it's a MetaMask wallet, and then we connect it and return that wallet to be connected to our application. So coming here, now we have a disconnect button. If I click that, you can see it shows me the MetaMask button now because I can now choose to connect here with a MetaMask. If I wanted to, we could again do this with multiple different types of wallets. So let me just add this in here. Again, you can create your own modal, your own component. I'm just going to copy this really quick, paste it in here, and we're going to change this to maybe Coinbase. And in here, we're going to say com.coinbase.wallet is for Coinbase. We'll save that. We'll come back to our app. So now I have this MetaMask button or this Coinbase button. If I hit Coinbase, it's going to open up my Coinbase wallet. And now I can connect to my Coinbase wallet to the application. So again, you can see here, you can build and add icons and everything to allow users to connect with certain Web3 wallets within your application. So that's the single wallet login example right over here. I'm going to come back. I'm just going to get rid of this Coinbase button here. And the next example we're going to go through is a social login. This is again using our in-app wallets. If you're not familiar with our in-app wallets, we'll drop a link down in the description below too, where you can check out a video where we go over what an in-app wallet is, how it works, and we go into detail about all of that. But out of the box, our in-app wallets support social logins for Google, Facebook, and Apple ID. So if you want to add in those functionalities into your Connect flow, you can, again, build those components from scratch as well. So coming back here, we're going to scroll down a bit into this social flow. I'm going to take some of this from our single wallet flow. I'm going to paste them in here because we'll be using those again in this example. In this social flow, we're going to connect to a in-app wallet using a social login, and we're going to use Google here for our example. So what we need to do first is create a function to handle that connect flow for our in-app wallet. So we're going to create a, let's say a handle login flow here, a handle login function here, which is going to be an async function. And in here, we're going to await our connect function, which is the connect function that we're getting here with the use connect hook. And within that, we're going to have an async function that, again, we're first going to define the wallet that we are connecting. Now, in this case, we are going to be using an in-app wallet, right? Because we're going to be using our social login, and we're going to await our wallet, and we're going to then connect our wallet. And for this connect, we need to provide it again with our client from our client.ts file. And we also need to provide the strategy in which we're going to use to connect this in-app wallet. So unlike the single wallet flow where we just need to provide the connect with our client, we're going to have to provide the strategy property here. And this is because, again, we're using the in-app wallets. So in here, we can choose from all the different ways that we can authenticate and create an in-app wallet. For this example, we're going to use social logins, and I'm going to use Google here as the way for us to connect. And then we're going to return our wallet once connected. So that is our simple function here to connect our wallet. Now I'm going to copy this from our single wallet flow here because it's going to be very similar. We're going to check if there's an account connected. And I'm just going to remove this on click for now. And we're going to say Google is our button. So again, if there's no wallet connected, it should show the Google button. And once we're connected with Google and we create an in-app wallet, it show us this disconnect button, just like how we did in the previous example. And for this button here, we're just going to give it the on click, and we're going to say handle login, which is the function that we created right up here to connect our in-app wallet using the Google sign-in here. So now coming back to our application, we have a button here that says Google. When I click this, I'll be prompted to log in with my Google account. Once I select my account I want to log in with, it generates me my wallet and it connects me. And you can see here that I have now the option to disconnect from that wallet. So I'll disconnect here, and that's how we can add social login. So if you want to add that component and that customization to your login flow, you have, again, the ability to add social logins. We support Google, Facebook, and Apple ID, again, right out of the bag, and you can use that here. The next login component that we're going to cover is the email login. So this, again, is generating an in-app wallet. We're going to be using the email login flow, which is where a user will provide an email. They'll then be sent a one-time verification code, and then they have to verify that, and then they get generated an in-app wallet and connected to our application. Now, this email login flow works with email as well as phone. It's just, depending if they put in a email or phone number, but it works the same way. They're still getting sent a one-time password they need to verify with. So coming back here into our code editor, we're going to scroll down. We're going to go into the email flow. We're going to use, again, the same ways of getting our active account and wallet, the connect and disconnect functions right over here. There's a few more things we need to set up for the email flow. We need to set some state variables here, and we're going to import to use state. And this is to, one, get the email and verification code that our user inputs into an input field. So we'll keep track of that. And then we need to know whether or not a user needs to enter their email or if they need to verify their one-time password. So there's two input fields that they need to enter, and the is verification here is just going to allow us to know which input field we need to show to our user. So there's two functions here that we need to create. We first need to create the function to send the verification code to our user's email that they input. And then once they verify and get that verification code, we then need to connect that in-app wallet to our application. So the first one, again, is to send that verification code. So we'll say send verification code, which is going to be an async function here. And this is going to await, and we have a function here called pre-authenticate, which will come up to the top here, and we will import pre-authenticate from thirdweb /wallet/in-app. And this pre-authenticate function is going to take our client. The strategy here, again, this is for in-app. We can select email or phone. Again, this works both the same, and with both of them, it just depends, a user is going to be getting an email or a text message. We're going to use email for this example. And then we need to provide it the email. So in this function here, we're also going to be making sure we take the email, which is going to be of type string. And that's the email that we are going to send the verification code to. And once we send that verification code, we'll set the is verification here to true. That way we'll then prompt the user to enter their verification code in the input instead of their email. And then the last function that we're going to create here is, again, the handling the login. So we're going to say, again, handle login. This is going to be an async function here. And this function is going to take the email, which is going to be of type string, and the verification code, which is also going to be of type string. And just like we did in the other connects, we're going to await the connect function. We're going to create an async function in there. We're going to define the wallet, which is an in-app wallet. And we're going to connect that in-app wallet, this time using the email strategy. So we'll set the client, we'll set the strategy to email, and we're going to have to provide the email along with the verification code, which is going to be what they input into the input once they receive it. And then finally here, we'll return our wallet once it is connected. So down here, when we build the UI out, we're going to, again, check if there is an account connected. If there is a wallet and account connected, we're going to show a disconnect button, just like we have been. So in here, we'll show a button to disconnect. But if there isn't a wallet connected, we have to know if a user has to put in their email or the verification code. So depending if they are not verified, they'll have to put in their email here. So what we'll do is create an input field here that will have the value of our email state variable, and then they have a login button, and once they put in their email and hit login, it's going to call the send verification code function that we created up here, provided the email that the user inputted, and then send them the OTP to that email. Once that goes through, right over here, it sets the verification to true, and then they'll be prompted to the second input, which is inputting their verification code and then connecting the wallet. So in here, we'll have another input field. This is going to be for our verification code. They'll input the verification code, and then we'll have a button to verify, and this will run the handle login function here, which takes our email and verification code. We authenticate that, generate and connect them their in-app wallet here. After that, we'll set the email and set verification code back to empty strings, and we'll also set is verification back to false as well. So if we come back to our application here, so in here I can enter my email. I'll hit login. It's going to send me a verification code here. I'll input this in here. And then I hit verify, it'll verify, again, generate me and connect me to that in-app wallet. And then we have the ability to disconnect from the wallet that we just connected. And that is, again, how we can utilize the email with in-app wallets, and we can implement that into our custom flows as well. So again, we give you all the tools and everything to build your own login flow if you wanted to use email as your primary way of getting users onboarded onto your application. Next thing we're going to go over is Passkeys, and Passkeys utilizes in-app wallets as well. So coming down here, so right over here, we'll come down to the Passkey component here. We're going to make sure that we use the active account connected wallet, get the connect and disconnect functions here as well. Now in this one, we're going to create the function here to handle the login. So we're going to, again, create a handle login function. And we're going to await and connect. And this time we are going to define our wallet here. So we'll say a wallet is going to equal, again, an in-app wallet. Again, we'll be using an in-app wallet because passkeys are part of the in-app wallet. But we'll also be checking to see if a user has a passkey. So we're going to say has passkey. Because if they have a passkey, we just need to verify their passkey and have them sign in. But if they don't have a passkey, then what we're going to do is verify with their passkey and then generate them a wallet. So we're going to say await, and we're going to use a has stored passkey function here, and we're going to provide it with our client. And this is going to let us know if a user has a stored passkey or not. And depending if they have a stored passkey, we're going to get our wallet and we're going to connect here. And again, we provide this with our client. This time we set the strategy here to passkey, and the type is what we have to provide. Now, if a user has a passkey, what we're going to do is sign them in using that passkey that they have stored. And if they don't have a stored passkey, we're going to say sign them up, and that's going to use that passkey, verify them, and generate them a wallet. And then finally there, we return the wallet. And for our UI here, again, we're going to show a disconnect button if there is an account and a connected wallet. And if there isn't, we're going to show a button that says sign in with Passkey, and it on click will run our handle login function, which is the function that we just created right up here. So coming back to our application here, you can see I have a sign in with Passkey. If I click on that, I'm going to get a password that I have to enter right over here because I'm screen recording. I don't have access to my fingerprint or anything right now. I hit enter. It's going to sign in with my Passkey, and you can see right here, it logs me into that wallet. Again, is using the Passkey. You can implement that into your login flows as well. Now, the last thing we're going to go over is the Connect Modal. And the Connect Modal is basically the Connect Modal from our ConnectButton and ConnectEmbed UI components. Essentially, if you want to just toggle the Connect Modal to show, maybe you want to build your own custom UI, maybe you want to build a fancy button, or a way where if someone interacts with the screen a certain way, it triggers the modal to open. Whatever it is that you want to do, we can trigger the modal to open, and you can then connect a user to whatever wallet that they select through the Connect Modal. So coming down to the bottom here under the Connect Modal section, we'll have, again, getting our account and wallet. We'll get the disconnect function here using the use disconnect hook. Now, we're not going to add the connect hook because the connect is actually going to be through the Connect Modal. So we're going to call this connect function here, but we're going to be using the use connect modal hook here instead. And this is going to, again, pop open and toggle the Connect Modal for us to connect our wallet with. And all we need to do here to handle the login is we're going to create our handle login function. And all this is going to do is await and run our connect function, which is this connect function here using the use connect modal. And we'll provide it our client, which is going to be our client again from our client.ts file. And then as for the UI, again, we're going to check if there is an account or wallet connected. If there is, we show a disconnect button. But if there isn't, this is where we can build whatever type of UI that we want. And for this one, I'm just making a simple button, and the on click is going to trigger the handle login, which is going to prompt open the Connect Modal here. So if I save that and come back to my application demo, you can see I have a green connect button, and when I click on it, it prompts open and toggles the Connect Modal. I can now use the Connect Modal that is a thirdweb Connect SDK UI component, and I can connect my wallet, say like a MetaMask wallet or something. And there you go, I'm connected, and I can, disconnect from that. And there you have it. We went over a few different ways that you can build your very own custom Connect flow. If you don't want to use things like our UI components with the Connect button or the ConnectEmbed, you have the freedom and ability to build your own UI and your own components from scratch. You can still utilize things like in-app wallets and account abstraction, but you have full control and customization on how you want to build it. And this gives you the power to build your very own user experience that works best for the users using your Web3 application. If you folks enjoyed this video, you found some value in it. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on more tutorial videos just like this. If you need any help or support, we'll drop a link down in the description below where you can open up a support ticket, and our support team will be happy to help you out and answer any of the questions that you might have. And I hope you folks found some value in this video, and until next time, see ya.